all the participants to Kuching, especially for our guests from abroad. I do hope that you will have a chance to enjoy our city while you are deliberating on energy resources and the future of the industry. The theme for this conference is energizing sustainable transformation and opportunities. It reflects the vision of the Sarawak government on the transformation of our Sarawak's economy. As we undertake our transformation, Sarawak must also take cognizance of the new opportunities that can be found in our part of the world. It is this exciting world of change and opportunities that I believe we are exploring in this conference. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next 20 years or more, world energy consumption is going to be at a rapid pace of 28% between now and 2040, according to the International Energy Outlook Report for 2017. Of this, 60% of the increased demand will come from developing countries in Asia, which include China and India. Fossil fuels will continue to dominate the energy use. While there is growing increase in renewable energy, its consumption will grow at a more modest rate of 2.3% per year in the medium term. Nonetheless, it is clear that the tremendous demand for energy gives impetus to the search for greener source of energy in order to exploit the economies of scale presented by the demand side. Sarawak is an energy-rich economy. Oil was first discovered in 1910, and natural gas was first fully exploited in 1983. Hydropower came into operation in 2011. The significance of hydropower for Sarawak is that for the first time, Sarawak is able to use its energy resources to power our own economic development. This opens up a whole new range of opportunities in Sarawak. Because of the strategic importance of our hydropower assets, Sarawak has taken Bakun Dam, which now gives us the full control and management of the resources. We took it from the federal government, and I would like to thank the Prime Minister for agreeing our request to take back Bakun Dam to Sarawak. Sarawak is now the biggest power generator in Malaysia, of which 70% of Malaysia's potentials lies in Sarawak's interior. The Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, or SCORE, was launched in 2008. There was initially a need to bring in anchor projects which are big enough to ensure the economic viability of the hydro power dams. To date, as mentioned by the Minister in charge, we have approved 22 investment projects in SCORE with a total investment of 33.64 billion ringgit. These projects are expected to generate 17,000 employment opportunities. Among the projects already in operation at Samalaju Industrial Park in Bintulu are OCIM Sdn Bhd, Press Metal Bintulu Sdn Bhd, OM Material Sarawak Sdn Bhd, Pertama Ferroalloy Sdn Bhd, Sakura Ferroalloy Sdn Bhd, and Alchem Carbon Malaysia Sdn Bhd. In addition, we have also developed key infrastructure, including the Samalaju Industrial Port, that will take us forward into the next phase of development. There will be greater emphasis on downstream industries, which will create higher value added in our economic activities. As Sarawak has a small population of only 2.7 million people, we do not have cheap labor. Instead, we are placing greater emphasis on higher value-added skills to work with capital-intensive industries. Furthermore, this is critically important if Sarawak is going to go anywhere, achieving high incomes for our people. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there is a need for capital to work with skills in the future in Sarawak. This is why Sarawak is taking our economy one notch up the economic ladder by developing the digital economy. The world is now interconnected and digitized. We have to follow suit by being socially connected and work with up-to-date data and information. We have to live within the digital world and survive in that digital environment. There is a lot that Sarawak has to offer in the digital economy, such as the involvement of our young talent in content development, the digitization of the market through the internet and distribution hubs, as well as the hosting of server farms as a result of the availability of our energy resources. The Sarawak government is fully aware that the government should not be investing directly into the digital economy, principally because it is a fast-changing environment and the casualty rate is quite high. Such an environment is much better handled by the private sector, which thrives on competition and innovation. The role of the government is to facilitate the development of the digital economy by the private sector. Inasmuch as the government has always been supportive in building basic infrastructure for telegraph and motor vehicles, the government shall also be supportive in building the basic infrastructure for digitalized data. With Sarawak going seriously into research and innovation, it is natural that we should also be looking at sources of alternative energy. The world has been focusing on fossil fuel in the last 150 years. There is now increasing concern of the impact of fossil fuel on the environment. the keyword is now green energy. Sarawak is looking at the hydrogen fuel cell and the hydrogen economy, mostly because of our abundant water resources from hydropower. Hydrogen energy is now seen to have the greatest potential in transportation. There is good scope for development of green energy in Sarawak because our population is small enough for us to have complete coverage. That is why I have approved 1 billion for us to connect places in Sarawak through the state water grid system. For the first phase, it will be 1 billion. We shall continue to develop the water grid system in the central region and the northern region. And therefore, water distribution will cover the whole of Sarawak, and that will be a prerequisite for us to develop our industries, including agriculture. As we are trying to improve ourselves, we must also learn from all of you. With your greater exposure in the world and your knowledge. As part of your knowledge and insight, what is in store for us in Sarawak? We hope that we can work together and help to develop Sarawak into a new and modern digital economy so that we can improve the well-being of our people. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, improved connectivity is the foundation for Sarawak to progress. On this note, we are happy that the Pen-Borneo Highway project is currently being implemented, which will support the future development in the state, and closing the development gap between the rural and urban areas. More socio-economic activities will be generated through this development, increasing market accessibility. The development of Sarawak's energy sector will also gain benefit from this project. One of the many projects that we have achieved and is currently in progress as part of the development of Sarawak energy sector is the Baleh Hydroelectric Dam, the backbone transmission line, and the Samalaju Industrial Park, as well as the port. We aim to achieve the remarkable feat of having renewable energy making up 50% of energy consumption by 2050. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe Sarawak is arriving at the forefront of the digital age, with the energy industry spearheading us ahead into the future with the many recent technologies and advancements. We aim to be part of this digital transformation, which we see will accelerate our growth towards reaching a developed economy. As such, we will enhance our education system in developing talents among our young youth, at the same time encourage the adoption of new ICT technologies and services, including artificial intelligence and fintech. It will produce huge potential that will generate new businesses and services, providing high-paying jobs for Sarawakians. And we also welcome expatriates who wish to contribute to the development of our economy. We will look into our employment regulation to make it easier for professionals to come to Sarawak and work. The Sarawak government is pleased to provide its continued support for the energy of the International Energy Week, as it provides a platform for the energy and infrastructure industry to come together to examine issues and address challenges, and at the same time explore the many new business opportunities as we move into the digital age. The future outlook of the energy sector will transcend beyond the boundaries of energy resources. International Energy Week has grown in stature with encouraging response from both exhibitors and visitors. I am pleased to note the expo has grown by 20% and has attracted exhibitors representing over 15 countries, including India, Germany, Italy, Singapore, United States, and our host country, Malaysia. I am also pleased to note that the organizing committee has managed to put together an impressive program for the conference, which I noted has included many prominent speakers. I would like to encourage Sarawakians to visit Expo and the Recorder both in particular to see the developments and opportunities in scope. Ladies and gentlemen, finally I wish to congratulate the organizers, sponsors, endorsers, moderators, and speakers in making this conference a success. To all delegates, exhibitors, again, I wish you a fruitful, enjoyable, and memorable stay in Sarawak. With that, it is with my sincere pleasure to declare open the International Energy Week 2018. Thank you.